Okay, so did that. That's there. I don't want to. Who can be heard? Keep people on. Messages. Hey, there we go. Everyone's speaking.
Okay, how about now? Can you see us?
Yeah.
Well, you should be seeing us.
Ah, can you see us?
Can you see us? Hey, people.
Evening.
Eric, Steve, Brett, thanks for joining us.
Hey guys, how you doing? Can you see this? It's not going to hold it. Oh, no, no. Okay. Hey, wow. Maybe. Might be able to read chat tonight.
No,
So we'll
you
see.
can't read. Who are you fooling?
I got that one word. So how's things going on up your neck of the woods, brother?
Doing good, doing good. Had an awesome day today. Sunny. It was 40s, high 40s.
Shit, I'll take it. We hit 80 something today
Ugh,
again.
I'm dreading them days coming. I think there's only like 3 weeks a year that I'm actually comfortable.
Yeah. I'm just so used to it, I guess. Acclimated. So I was looking up the UFO stuff, and right now the only thing I'm seeing is a bunch of hoaxes.
Yeah, I'm not big on this. I think the aliens have forsaken me and they're just not coming. There's no other explanation. They've been here by now. I'm not that bad of a guy. They would have come seen me.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm a pretty nice guy.
Okay.
You just got to get to know me.
Oh, oh, I hear things.
Well, they're mostly true, but you got to overlook that.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's like driving a '66 Corvette. It doesn't handle great, but God, it looks good. You got to put up with some to get others. So,
I got the luck of riding in a 1962 Corvette that
ooh,
just had the engine redone, going in for body works.
I like the '66 only 'cause that's my birth year, but yeah, I like them old. Just simple, just stylish. That was the car in the day.
Oh, yeah. Hell, what was that one? The Mako Shark they made there in the late 60s for a while was a little bit more sleek.
Yeah, it's now everything looks the same.
I know. Even Elon's new one looks like a vet.
Yeah, the Teslas look like a Volkswagen coming from the front. Whatever that popular model is, I see them all over up here. They look like a Volkswagen coming at you until you get on them.
Huh.
You know, a beetle bug. But they're everywhere. But I haven't seen the hate up here for Tesla. And we've got Teslas everywhere.
Well, wait for this weekend. That's the big get together.
But I haven't seen the Cybertruck since, so I don't know if he's scared. But then again, I'm not out often either, so I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he's
Well,
driving by when I'm not looking, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm sitting here trying to type in this, see if I can find something.
Uh oh. There you go, thinking you know how to read and write again.
It's my stunt double doing it for me. I'm just making the maneuvers.
Telling you, one highlights magazine does not make you a writer.
Ah, there it is. I ain't gonna play the whole thing, but
Are you going to share a screen?
yeah,
Because you must tell me.
I'm sharing screen.
Now you can share the screen.
Let me just a little bit of this is kind of like warm the cockles for you.
Look at these losers, one after the other. Look at these losers. Bottom feeding loser. Jealous. Jealous loser. Look at these idiots. Look at these idiots, folks. Look at these losers. Look at these self-righteous losers. Look at these losers. Look at these losers. Sad you do that to your child. It's child abuse. Look at these losers. Look at you. Did nothing in your life. Nothing in your life. Losers. Welfare recipients. Welfare man. You're on your candid camera. You are. You got nothing better to do? You jealous? You jealous of the man? Is that it? Jealous loser. No, you're not. You're a communist, anti-American loser. You're jealous of success. That's what you...
You gotta love Michael Savage. He's 83 years old and jumping out of them bushes at them people.
Oh.
I was on Alex Jones earlier today, and he was saying that he had left New York back in '69 because he saw that what was going on up there, all the trendy commie BS.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Brett. I agree the aliens are out there. I just don't think they're coming here. Why did back in the 70s and 80s people avoided Harlem? You just get a bad reputation. Don't drive through if you don't have to. The aliens ain't coming.
Yep. Ugh.
Google Maps reroute, please. Oh. What else is in the news? They're all
Other
pissed
crazy
that they got
fucking
to show
judges.
ID to vote.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Well, that upset them a bit. So remember the other day I was telling you I saw the new thing from the sovereign citizens. They're from Tiberia now, and
What the hell's a
the
Tiberia?
Constitution allows them to video a cop's interaction from no closer than 8 feet. The Constitution allows you to video No closer than 8 feet.
Oh, I'm glad that they were videoing stuff when they wrote up their
Yeah,
Constitution there
yeah,
in
you know.
Tiberia. I thought that's pretty forward looking.
Yeah, when they signed that, I'm pretty sure they said, someday Karen's going to sit there with a cell phone and going to need a video a cop. Yeah, yeah, they're getting a little stupider now.
Getting,
Uh,
I think they're ratcheting it up a little bit more. Let's see if I can find that one, Karen.
He's the bedazzled of stupidity.
Give him bedazzled a bad name. Boy, they think they got him something with that signal bullshit.
Oh, Jesus. Hillary left 3 people in Benghazi to die. They had the botched Afghanistan withdrawal. They had servers destroyed after subpoenas. They had, yeah, okay, you want to talk to me about national security?
Yeah. Hey, and don't forget, Obama made him surrender that boat
Yep.
to the Iraqis.
Yeah, you want to talk to me about national security? Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't
Corvette
forget
Joe.
2 drones, one to Yemen and one to Iran. Oh, there's somebody posted up down at the Dallas airport. There's a woman running around naked, throwing water in the air and shit. And she
What?
went up and tried to bash a couple of TVs.
Is she at least good looking?
It was too blurry.
I hate to waste a good crazy woman.
I know.
She's naked. Yeah, I bet you that was my problem last week. I think that Mike was competing.
Well, that didn't. So really hadn't heard any more blowback about 23andMe. So
No, I don't know. I suppose if that's your thing, go for it because there's so many ways to collect your DNA. But I just ain't gonna make it easy for them.
yeah, I ain't gonna voluntarily give it to them. And what about all those people that shit in the envelope and mail it back to them?
Oh,
I don't think I've ever heard of any other civilization that did that.
well, that's why I didn't do that thing the doctor said. You can do that mail-in thing, or you can get a colonoscopy. Well, for one, I'm not shitting in a box, sending it to a complete stranger. Not one I don't know and I don't have a grudge against. I mean,
I like my postman.
they give me shit when I ship a bottle of vape juice. What are they gonna do if you're gonna ship my poop? No, I don't know.
You just like people, strangers looking up your butt.
Yeah, no, not really. I've had enough of that in my day. Started
Now
with
you
the
know
army,
the old
ended with
saying.
that damn surgeon.
Yeah, now you know how they come up with that old saying, asshole to appetite.
Ugh. Yeah, 'cause when your asshole don't work, you ain't got no appetite.
See, I still hadn't heard hiding her hair from Adam Schiff.
No, I mean, I hear him
Kind of
reference,
worried.
but
Kind of worried about the little fella.
you want me to email him? Please call JT and tell him you're all right. He's worried about you. So the Black Lives Matter thing is officially gone now, huh? I think I saw the
Yeah,
headline today. It's officially done.
good on them.
Yeah. Now they're squawking about taking all the statues down, which I don't know why we haven't done it yet.
Yeah, well, it's got to be ceremonial.
If I can't have
Show them the
Robert E.
proper
Lee
way to do it.
or Ulysses Grant up, you can't have George Floyd.
Well, and plus, I want that damn coffin back from his junky ass.
Yeah. And I want the money back in the hide of the person that made that goddamn Martin Luther King statue. The big dick one.
Oh, yeah.
Some lawyer ought to take up for the because some of them residents had to pay for that. I'm sure somebody didn't just donate it. I'm sure that came out
Yeah.
of some fund.
USAID.
Yeah.
And you think people would be upset about that, knowing that the CIA was manufacturing itself into a parallel government handling state, uh, Secretary of State duties,
But to
setting
them,
policy.
that's heroic to them.
Yeah. Well, that just makes it all better now. Senator Warren has apologized for calling herself an American engine.
Finally.
From all engines, from all of us engines, thank you. Now go away to
Oh,
jail.
that's right. You are an engine. Chief
8/10.
Chief Kickabitch from the Slapaho tribe.
Little Chief Stinky Pants come from tribe no wipe 'em hiney.
No, wipe him, hiney. Oh.
You know, usually when you're not looking for the shit, it's just like all up in your face.
Yeah.
Boy, and them idiots over there in fucking Europe, they need to have a swift kick in the ass from us.
Over what? I mean, there's so many things we could yell at them for.
Well, this is shit about Putin. You know, they rush out little Zelensky talking about, well, oh, Putin ain't going to be alive much longer.
Hey, enough of that talk. Come on, Putin was just running. It's so hard because I'm not defending Russia. Trust me, folks.
No.
I mean, I grew up in the Cold War. I grew up ducking cover, worry about the Russians. They're going to kill you. I joined the army. I trained to kill Russians. I can identify every 80s Russian vehicle just by silhouette. I mean, I was trained to kill them. So I'm not particularly fond of them. But he was only running his country. He was only doing what he thought he should do.
No. Now, if you look at it, anybody would have done that if there was Americans at the southern border that were being wiped out by Mexican Nazis, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, or they made the incursion into New Mexico, Arizona, and pulling that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, we'd be pushing back too. Hell, them people even voted to keep the Russian heritage and be part of Russia.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The people weren't all that offended by it. They kind of wanted it,
Yeah, no,
and
that's
life
kind of
as they
nice.
knew it wouldn't be affected really.
Because he was what they made their language illegal right off the bat, right before the churches, I think.
Yep. But I don't know. Hell, it's hard to defend him, but it's hard to knock him too because, like I said,
Yeah,
I don't give in to all the war crimes, but I'm sure some shit happened.
huh,
It happens in every
yeah,
war. Sorry, we weren't
yeah,
angels in any war, and neither were the enemy. So, hey,
yeah.
Dave.
Hey, Dave,
But yeah, no, I think
but
it was
yeah,
all just a bunch of bullshit. And a lot of that
yeah,
could have been avoided if the rest of the world just didn't fuck them over.
yeah. Because they just want to be left alone now.
Yeah, but keep your
They got
word.
all they want.
We made a treaty. Let's stick to it. They were breaking
Yeah,
treaties and promises, and oh, it's just
yeah,
Russia.
but
Nobody cares.
yeah, but their whole plan was to keep the military industrial complex going.
Well, that's exactly
That's
what we needed to hate them for. That's why we need an
yeah,
evil. I mean, we got China now. We got China. We got Korea.
mhm. It was Ronald Reagan saying that we always needed someone like the engines, but look what we did to them. Now we don't have nothing to be scared of, so we have to make it up.
Oh,
Shouldn't fuck with the engines. Let them run around. Let them do their thing.
what's that show we're watching? Oh, it's on Netflix. The Recruit. And it was kind of funny because it's a CIA. He works for the CIA. He's a lawyer. And he goes, well, what's the CIA motto? Fuck over the Chinese? it, was, it was funny. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't watched the show, it's funny.
Oh, let's see. Now U.S. can make a hit on the Houthi military headquarters propaganda offices. Why can't we do that here?
Yeah, we could. There's a lot we could do here, but
Yeah. They still haven't moved the Smith-Mundt Act any further back to being law again. I don't think it's that hard. I think all they got to do is just dust it off and hand it to the president and let him sign it.
yeah. Hey, Troy.
Howdy, Troy. Oh, and over in Britain, Keir Starmer, they're going to be getting rid of ninja blades, swords.
Ninja sword.
Yeah. Hell, I heard they even had to change the name of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, come on.
Yeah, because ninja's got a bad connotation to it.
Oh my God. So now we can't say moist?
I think that'll stay around. It's more of a
Now, this is from a country that it's perfectly acceptable to go around saying you cunt all day. Huh.
oh my God. These people, man, they just
I don't
chat
get
my
it.
ass. Here, let's share this one here with you.
Can't be a ninja.
They
Jesus.
confirmed from Keir Starmer, ninja swords will be banned by this summer. We promise to take action.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Yeah, yeah. That mind virus is bad. It's worse than any pandemic. Yeah. Oh yeah, that dude that was busting the pedos, making the videos about
Yeah,
it, calling them up and feeding them. Yeah, he got arrested in Missouri last night
he beat somebody
or
up.
night before. No, disturbing the peace and shit, but they also arrested the pedo.
Oh, okay, that's worthy.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a quick GoFundMe that got it paid his bail.
Sure can. I don't care what the judge said, Troy.
But it sure is funny how that one judge keeps getting all the cases against Trump.
Yeah.
But, they've already been waiting there chomping at the bit to yell fascist, fascist, fascist. He just needs to go ahead and pull an Andy Jackson, but first take all their money away from them.
Yep.
They can't turn on the lights. They can't hold court.
Kind of effectively doing that right now.
Yep.
Hence the panic and the attacks.
Yep.
But it boggles the mind. Actually, it bottles the mind because I can't let it free. That they don't understand every time you attack. Go ahead, attack Tesla, burn them down. Every Tesla you destroy, you vandalize, you burn. That's just one more boost. That's just one more yay for Elon.
Yeah. Like the stock debacle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tiny Tim Waltz goes out there with that shit. And what is it? It hit what, a low of 224 or something. Last time I saw it last night, it was over 288.
Yeah, but think about it. Okay, so people expected it to drop, so they sold quick. You had a panic sell, and then people said, wait a minute, this ain't going nowhere. And then it stabilized and climbed back up.
Well, that and people were going to the Tesla store and picking them up a car or a truck.
It's ridiculous. I just can't. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Prius, but I don't stop them in the street and yell at them. I don't, rub my ass on their car.
That's funny you said Prius. There was one of them libtards that was changing the decals on his Tesla car. But I'm with you all.
Oh, I can't believe it. And this is the one they wanted me to buy. Actually, it's one of the more dependable ones out there. Except
Yeah,
for the truck. I guess the truck still got some issues.
that was it. He was putting Prius tags on it, the Prius
Yeah,
badge and
why
all that
not?
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Toyota better on the back of
I
the
like the
truck.
Toyota on the back of that truck. That was funny. I kind of want to put a sign on my truck. Wish it was a Tesla. I just can't bring myself to do it. Because I don't wish it was a Tesla. I really don't. But I kind of
Yeah,
want one. I just want to drive around with one. I was watching a
yeah.
news thing. It was out of New York, one of New York's news channels. And they were doing a story on the Tesla hate, the Tesla derangement syndrome. And so they rented a Cybertruck and drove around the streets of Manhattan for a while. It was about 50-50. Thumbs up, expletives. Nobody physically attacked him, though.
Yeah, I didn't watch the one out of Mardi Gras.
No.
So they were attacked pretty violently.
I heard about it, but I haven't seen it either.
was it? Korea has decided to never not put any tariffs on American goods.
Smart.
And then you got them idiots up there in Canada, Doug Ford and what was it, Carney or Carney, sitting there. They're going to make America hurt.
Good. Then watch Korea prosper.
Yep.
Watch their goods be sold instead of yours. Because you give us a break, Trump said we'll give you a break.
Yep.
That is called fair trade. And it's so simple too, and that's what bugs them. I think that's what's really pissing them off is that the solutions to most of our major problems really are that simple. You charge me
Yep.
$10, I'm going to charge you $10. It's that easy.
It's the moniker free trade.
Yeah. And I get putting tariffs on high risk items or items that are competing with something that we're selling. Like the
Yeah.
automobiles. You should be you should have to pay through the ass to get a car into the United States because we make our own.
What was it they said? $4,000 after a tariff winds up being about 10,000.
Yeah, but that's the way it should be on them. No, I'm excluding now again. Now shit. Sorry, JT. I'm going back to common sense. But common
Um,
sense says, okay, Bentley shouldn't have to pay so bad because we don't make Bentley here.
yeah,
That's not a market you can really compete with an American car with. Cadillac,
yeah,
I mean, we don't have Lamborghini, we don't have Ferrari. So, okay, yeah, they need to pay the tariff, but I don't think they should be raped. But if you're going to bring a regular economy car into the United States market, you should have to pay for it.
yeah. I was thinking the Rolls Royce that they're putting over here is going to be the jet engines.
That would be cool.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be nice to ride around in a brand new American made Rolls
I,
Royce?
I would I would actually pay for the opportunity. Just give me a ride. I don't even have to drive it.
Yeah.
I would like to drive it, but I don't have to.
No, you got to see it from the back seat, man.
Now, I've never been one of those guys. I always thought even if I was a billionaire, I would still drive my own ass to work in my truck. But I'm just one of them guys. I am not impressed by fancy, flashy cars. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I look at them, and yeah, I would drive one, but I don't want it. I don't want. It's not my bag. You show me a beat up old pickup truck with a gun rack in the back, I'm good. I'm in love. But then again, I like the color green. You might like the color red. So it's all a matter of perspective.
Tomato, tomato.
Tomato, tomato. So what other stupidities out there?
Shit, we've imported a bunch of new stupidity.
They did get that one MS-13 leader out of Virginia.
Yeah, but nobody was paying attention when you could go to these bodegas and uh, convenience stores and a grocery store, and they had the Santa Muerta candles in there. I was showing you it's here,
Yeah.
you know, kind of like England and all the mosques taken over.
Yep. Yeah, not for long. Not for long. I see justice coming. I think it's going to slow down. I think he's getting to a point where they're going to start really pushing back now because they're getting scared. They're getting desperate.
Yeah, that's when they get stupid.
Yeah. That's when the show gets even better. If you think you've seen it all, guess again.
Yeah, but there's got to be the show trials.
Yeah. I just want to see some names go to jail. I want to see prosecutions. I want to see trials. Uh, how long has she been in jail? Maxine Guzzler there.
Maxine Waters.
No, the one I locked up, Epstein's girlfriend.
Oh, Ghislaine.
Guzzler, yeah, Ghislaine. How long she been locked up for selling kids to who?
Yeah, having a book of clients.
Yeah,
You know,
really?
there I found that one and share it with you. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that wasn't a good one. Hang on. She goes on crying about they're taking a picture of me. Bastards.
Bastard.
Oh, I tried.
Not good enough. I'll forgive you this time. Next time I take a finger.
Oh, have any schools dried up and blown away up there
No,
since they got rid of the Department of Education?
nobody self, combusted. Nobody. Yeah, they didn't have to put on any extra psychiatrists. Nothing.
They lied to me. Not well.
But yeah, I like how you get rid of it. No, he's gonna It's not like we're not just gonna deal with education anymore.
Yeah, we're
Your
just gonna.
way, what you know as the Department of Education, is no longer. It will now be a
Yeah,
system that works. Or at least it'll be a different system that we'll see if it works. And if it
yeah.
doesn't, we'll do something different.
Perish the thought.
I just don't get it. Everybody bitches and pisses and moans. It's so bad, but you don't do anything different for it.
Yeah, well, it's taken a long time for it to happen. It
Yeah.
was back in the '80s when they started slipping into the colleges and shit and working their way through the system to indoctrinate.
Yeah. It was
Get rid of this
sometimes
class.
it was just easier to let them build. I mean, I'm not arguing with that stupid. Well, maybe we should have argued back then. A little harder. Back then we could have had little lax of laws. We could have beat a few heads in. Not that I'm
Yeah,
condoning violence. Don't take that, guys. Uh,
it's
wink, wink, nod, nod. Read the disclaimer. I am not
yeah,
responsible for anything you dumbasses do.
no shit. What was it? Jimmy Hoffa said about, "I'll break your back."
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what the fuck was it? A term of endearment or something?
Oh. And how he's interned somewhere.
How they arrested the little commie that let's see, which one was it that see, I think he's out there in Seattle. That one who got firebombed the Tesla store,
Oh yeah,
actually
yeah.
burned up some cars. Yeah. He just happens to be all affiliated with all sorts of communist groups.
Of course.
Not that we're saying that. Yeah, Las Vegas, I was wrong. Yeah. But they're supposed to have their big meetup this next Saturday.
Cool. I'd like to see it. I'd like to go and just kind of.
But there's a lot of people know their game. They expect something to pop off at one of those
Yeah.
dealerships. Make it all okay corral.
So I think that's why we don't get a lot of that shit up here, because if you do anything that you expect opposition to, you're gonna get opposition. Somebody will show up, and we have baseball bats. We do have firearms. We do have knives. We're not going to lay down like you think we will. I mean, you might find that in the cities, Bangor, Portland, Auburn, but
Yeah.
not where I live. No, open your mouth and you're going to get a shot. FAFO, motherfucker.
Well, yeah, at least we have laws down here that protect us for driving over protesters.
I think it ought to be a sport.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
literally. I mean, that joke we've heard since you were kids. 10 points, the priest got him with a gas can. Come on.
Yeah. That means it's only 1 point for the guy that's glued his hand to the road.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. If he's glued, yeah, 1 point. If the fucker's running, hey, you get 25.
What if it's a blue hair?
Oh, if it's a blue hair, we're gonna give you an extra 4.
Cool.
You gotta have that weird denomination there, like in football, to throw it off.
Hmm.
But I've been watching. Somebody's been posting a lot of the videos of the not so nice encounters with these just oil stop oil people and the BLM and the Mexicans and yeah, they're not so nice people
Yeah.
that
It's like,
actually drive
you know,
through.
oh, when they went after fucking Stonehenge.
Yeah, that was ignorant.
Yeah, it happened to be a Japanese tourist that was the one that ran out there and
Yep.
tried to stop him.
Yep.
Hey, Brits, I thought it was your heritage, your historical site.
But that it just takes a lot of balls, and I just don't. I watched an interview with one of their so-called leaders, the Just Stop Oil people, and they asked him, look, how do you think you're getting your message across by pissing people off, destroying shit? Well, at least we're in the news. You're talking about me now, aren't you? But I'm thinking about buying an oil rig, just in your name. Oh, I would keep a couple quarts in my car. So if something like that happened, walk up and pour it out in front of them. There's one.
Yeah.
There's two. Damn it, Dylan.
Damn it, Dylan.
But I still like the guy that just turned his car around. He had one of them big muscle cars. Turned his car around and just romped on it.
That was funny.
If you get a few of them guys with them diesel trucks, come over there and roll some coal on them, that would be all right.
It makes you think those paintings and shit they've got up there in that gallery, they the originals you're looking at.
No, and they got a piece of plexiglass in front of them. Because you ain't the
Oh,
first
now
stupid fucker to throw something at one.
Buddha said he's coming to our house naked.
Coming to my house naked?
Yep.
No, I don't think so. We shoot boogans that come out of the woods naked.
who's threatening that?
Dylan. He said,
Well,
"You're
we
gonna
got
come to my
something
house
from
naked."
you. Don't you be threatening my brother.
Can't be any worse than that
'Cause I
old
know,
lady that undressed in my dooryard.
Oh my god, I felt so
Because
bad.
yeah,
when we first moved in here, everybody would come up and park on my road and take a piss. It just seemed to be the thing to do. But there's really nowhere on my road that I can't see you or my brother-in-law's house can't see you. There's just one little
yeah.
tiny stretch. But anyway, so we're sitting here one day and somebody pulls up on the corner of the road down there and we're looking down and see the driver's door open and see, yep, somebody's pissing. Got out the binoculars and try to see the license plate and see who it is, and it's an old lady. And then off comes the skirt. Off comes the shirt. And I take the binoculars, I hand them to Kelly. I says, "You watch, because I don't want to see this shit." Apparently, it was an old couple, and they were trying to go to the doctors or something, and her undergarments were binding her. So for her to continue driving, she had to take off her bra and panties. That was disturbing.
Yeah. But can you imagine the ruckus it makes when Dylan has to do that?
Oh, yeah, I can see Dylan taking off his skirt would cause a ruckus. Then I had a guy bring the cops back. He was taking a piss down in my yard. I yelled at him, "Get the fuck out!" He gave me the finger. So I grabbed the shotgun and I went out back and I touched him off in the air. Oh, he left then. But then he came back with the cops. Said I threatened him and I almost killed him, and he was literally standing in his own puddle. And I looked at him, and luckily the cop that came was cool. It was Johnny before he died, and he looked at him and says, "Yeah, you want to explain that?" Because I said, "Why would I shoot at you?" "Well, I was just parked here." I said, "But what are you standing in?" "But that doesn't matter." And the cop looked at him and says, "That kind of does matter. I'm pretty sure Jim wouldn't have shot you for coming up into his house. But you pee on his yard, yeah."
Especially in front of my little kid.
Yeah, especially in front of my kid.
California legislature passes bill reducing penalties for oral and anal sex with willing children.
Nope, dead. There is
What is wrong with that state?
Where was it?
not just the state. What is wrong with the person that wrote that headline? I would not bring light to any of this. Screw that.
Well, I'm kind of in the corner of bringing sunlight to the shit. Let people see. It's not a nice world. We've lived in the dark for so long, had stuff hidden from us.
Yep.
It was like that Egypt, the underneath the pyramids that they've just started talking about. And they pushed it back. They were
Hey, Nathan.
been talking for years. It was 12,500 years old, the Sphinx.
Yep.
But now they've kicked it up to like 35,000.
Wow.
And one theory was that was used for sending messages out to the stars. You know how after so many thousand years it lines up with the Pleiades and the Orion. Yeah. So it discharges microwave through those shafts that go up the pyramid.
So
And they were sending messages
there really
to
is
the other
pyramid
place.
power.
I still think it was a gas station for UFOs.
Yeah, and then they closed it down. It got Skinwalker Ranch as a beacon to say, nope, closed, go away.
Well,
Not safe. Do not feed the animals. With all the bullshit they're trying to make you eat, we probably don't taste good either.
well, should have at least kept that book, How to Serve Humans. Hey, Nathan. Yeah, that's right. They do in New York, right out there in front of Dylan's house. That's right, Troy, that they use the microwaves to heat the frozen burritos at the gas station. But were they capable of doing that at Stonehenge?
That was more like
And if that's
more like a toaster oven.
yeah, and that leaves the Nazca lines and all that as the billboards,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah. Have you had
makes
a slip and
sense.
fall?
Heated Joe's.
Call Gerlach it. Third ring of Saturn. Best burger in town.
Eat, gas, food. It's like, sometimes word placement kind of changes the. Well, at least we had Stuckies back then in the day, not Stickies.
Not Stickies. I remember Stuckies. I never had a Stuckies, but
They had them pecan patties and the little pecan pies.
oh, I love pecan pie.
I always wondered, where do they get these little pecans they put in there? Now I've heard talk that they're talking about getting rid of the TSA.
That would be all right. I believe in airport security, but to a point.
Yeah, because TSA never stopped anything.
Not really. A lot of fingernail clippers and Swiss Army knives.
Shit, people were stealing more than what they were worth.
Yep. There was a news. It was out of. I want to say it was out of. Shit. What's the big one in Texas? The
Dallas
airport.
or Austin,
Dallas.
Houston.
Well, the big airport down there, this woman was fighting with TSA because she had taken a bottle of water, like a 1 liter bottle of water, and froze it. So now the 3-ounce liquid shouldn't apply, she said, because it's solid. And she weren't going to give. She weren't going to give them that bottle of ice. That's not liquid. That shouldn't be restricted.
Yeah, and besides, they've got to be a little diminished because you got to remember it was the TSA that told us peanut butter is a liquid.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they've gone a little overboard. I say,
Oh,
bring all the
there it is.
weapons you can carry, and we'll have a. I mean, go ahead. You want the plane? Fight me.
Yeah, oh, I'm ready to share it. I found that woman I was telling you about it. It's DFW.
Go away, stop. Ah, shit. Shit, what's her hand in it? She's trying to. Now, we're just stopping her.
Damn,
Wow.
that's a lot better than the black girl I saw do it. Only she weren't throwing water.
That's crazy. Oh, shit.
Good night, Dad. Wow.
Yeah, you got action, people. Oh, she fucked that hoe up.
I would like to know what drug she's on so I don't take it.
Yeah. Call up one of those phone psychiatrists. They'll help you.
Yep.
No, I don't think there's help for that. But he used the pepper spray wrong. She was naked. Spray her right on the twat. That will bring her down. Because I cut peppers one day, and then I went and took a leak, and then I regretted my life choices from that point on. And
I think everybody's supposed to go through that little learning experience.
it's my future life choices. Man, I learned a long time ago, don't fuck crazy. You know what
No.
happens? You're married 41 years.
Fuck you.
I just got yelled at.
Well, it's always the cops getting called on you and starting to know you by your first name. You know?
Yep. What'd you do tonight, John?
I swear it was KY. So Bobby De Niro's movie flopped just as bad as Snow White.
Of course it did. But now they're going to blame us for it because we're racist and intolerant and
Yeah, you won't date trannies.
but I just don't get how I'm homophobic, I'm fatphobic, I'm transphobic, I'm everything phobic because I like chubby brunettes. It never
It makes you a
changed. I
phobophobe.
mean, I don't like the skinny blonde. I mean,
Hey, they need loving too.
well, I get it, but my preference is my preference. It's not
Oh,
because you're
yeah.
tranny. It's not because you're gay. It's not because you're fat. It's not because. It's because it's my preference.
That sounds a bit selfish to me, man.
Sorry, I'll change if I have to. I guess.
And no, Dylan, we're not asking you out.
That's true, Troy.
That'd be a fun date. When you do the dine and dash, I'm pretty sure I can outrun him.
Yeah. But I know he'd wind up looking like that Karen that was trying to get that dude's MAGA hat on the subway.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Uh, yeah. All righty, I found it. Look at that. It's amazing how technology works for you when you know how to spell proper.
Proper.
You ready?
Oh yeah, you're good.
That's why he won. Because people like you. That's why he won. That is why he won. Because of people like you who need to stop it. Bro, just like, go. Chill, bro. How can I be racist, bro? How can I be racist? No, he's not racist.
Oh, God. God damn it. Like, why did they cut it out? Then you got this one. This is a.
Oh, bang! Face plant. Kind of does your heart good, doesn't it?
Yeah, no. Instant karma's always going to get you. Yeah, we are going to need a bigger mental hospital. Let's see little franchises.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we've reached that hour mark. You got anything else to say there, sir?
No, I think that's about it that we can talk about on YouTube.
Well, I think maybe we'll wrap this up. Join the cool kids over at Chuck's room, and we'll see you next week, folks. God
Yep,
bless. Say a prayer for America.
you can do better.